I mean, look, Manscaped, Mark Holmes doesn't have a cannoli. Okay? He doesn't have a cannoli. He's a unit. He had his nuts chopped off, 28 years ago after they fired Jimmy? The Cowboys have been neutered like a cat for the last 28 years.
Well, good morning, everybody. Forgive me if I'm not all warm and bubbly, but it is not raining at the moment, but it is wet out here. It is very wet. Very, very wet out here. Rise and grind on this hump day. Yes, we say hump day. Hump day, South Jersey. Shit, I forgot to do the flag. Sorry, I'll get to it. I promise. I gotta fix it. Fuck. I meant to do it last night. Not good. Rise and grind, everybody. Wow. How ugly can things get over one game? We got people making blanket statements like your team's the worst, even though statistically the Eagles are the worst in the league. That's pretty bad. That's pretty tough to do. I'm just going to keep it real, people. Dallas defense played horrendous week 2. They played really good week 1. I know. The Browns stink, but just remember that. You guys play the Browns. So I think you play them at home. We played them in Cleveland, but regardless, we lost to New Orleans at home, and you guys are going to New Orleans. All these statements, they're receipts. We call them receipts, right? We all keep these receipts. See, I can't afford to just throw crap up against the wall because I have to do YouTube where I got to look into the camera, and I'm going to look foolish if I say foolish statements every day. Make foolish statements, and then shit, people are going to be leaving in droves thinking I'm just a clickbaiter or I'm just a fanboy who doesn't want to open my eyes to the whole scene. Again, I crapped on my Cowboys. I said that the game versus Cleveland was all for naught. It's nice that we won it, but I'm not taking nothing out of it when you come home opener and get lambasted, right? Just like the Eagles opening in Brazil, having 10 days before their home opener, where they have Nick Foles in the building. Nick Foles night. Everybody was there. Nicky Six. Matt Patricia was there. I mean, it was star-studded in Philly. I told you that's a curse in itself. Yet, I mean, it was close, but people are making it out that Atlanta is some juggernaut. Let's not forget, Atlanta lost their first game of the year at home against the Steelers. The Steelers are kind of doing it with mirrors. Let's be honest. But I got an interesting stat for everybody. Interesting stat. Josh Allen leads the league he's number 1 in, he's 2-0, right? I believe Buffalo's 2-0. As well as other teams are 2-0. And there's one stat that is, I'm screwing it up now, but basically the teams that are leading the league, and as far as record, are throwing the ball the least. Right? Which don't bode well for my Cowboys. Again, let me repeat that. Josh Allen's thrown the ball 28 times. I just saw it as I was walking out the door, so forgive me if I'm mangling it, but feel free to do your research. A few of the 2-0 teams are 2-0, and they're not throwing the ball around. They're running the ball. Again, I think ultimately you need to throw the ball, but in order to rack up a good schedule, you need to run the ball, which goes back to, I'm hearing a lot of revisionist history. I know John McMullen was lighting up the fans saying you don't know what you're talking about. Birds 365, shout out Xander Krause. He's doing a hell of a job. It was a great pass to Saquon. I get it. I get what you're saying. In theory, that works until you put the human element into that. Okay. This is what we were warning you about Kellen Moore. It wasn't everybody's coming down on Dracula. As much as I don't like Dracula for his sideline antics, and he thinks he's a player. He's a player fanboy, right? He's a coach, right? Well, I'm not going to take away his wins. He's won some games, right? He hasn't won a Super Bowl, right? But he's won some games. He will be able to get a job, and I think he's fraudulent. He needs to grow as a person and as a coach. Because the first question, it's a fair question that was asked in the media about the play call. And he goes, we're going to go there. Welcome to the NFL. That's what the Dallas Cowboys deal with on a daily basis. We got our owner out there having friggin' news conferences before the players are even in the locker room. Or, just getting into the locker room, not even showered yet. We got our owner sitting up there telling about his thoughts. We don't care, Jerry. Shut up and go back into the recliner. I'm sorry. Nobody cares. But circling back to the Birds, we knew this about Kellen. These players are not robots. Saquon Barkley, I did not know this stat. He's a great running back, okay? But he's not a great receiving. He leads the league in drops since he's been in the league as a running back. So he drops a lot of balls. Again, good pass. I don't know that he scores. He gets the first down. I watched it again multiple times last night. The Atlanta Falcons was not stopping. The only thing they were stopping was themselves. They weren't stopping the Eagles' run game. The Eagles were running all over Atlanta. Hell, you hand the ball to Saquon, you may score. You may score. So, that was a wrong call. Wrong call. Hamid finally came out of the cave, so that's good. Hamid, I'm glad you're okay. You came out firing. Listen, man, you showed your colors. You're going to get lit up in the chat if you come back on a regular basis. You're welcome. I like you, Hamid, but I'm going to keep it 100. You took off. You came in, Lord Von flexing. We 2-0. Look, you're looking up at us. Yeah, take the L, Lord Von. And I had one guy say, there's only one God. The Bible says there's only one God. The gods have spoken. Okay, you know what I mean. I don't mean God and literally. I mean gods as karma. You don't mess with karma. Don't your mom, has your mom ever told you anything? Keep your mouth shut until the game says zeros. Then you can flex all you want for a week. Right? Shut your trap. Because you cost your squad all that karma. And Lord Von, you weren't the only one. Trust me, you're not the only one. They were all around the country, Delaware Valley. We 2-0. Drew popping in. How you doing, fam? Well, we're doing good now. It's 1-1. You ain't looking down on nobody. I don't know what's going to happen in week 2, but I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to either celebrate my team's win or to lay into them again, meaning the Cowboys. You act like I don't lay into my team, but I'm going to let the Eagles slide? No, that's not how it works. But getting to some actual news, listening to all the radio stations, I want to be able to take video snippets and add them to but I work during the day. I don't have time to do that. I can't be on my phone all day. I'll never get done. WIP, Birds 365, Jacob Sports, 97.5, The Fan, The Fanatic, locally. All sports stations, not Game Time. That's why I didn't do a video on it, because I don't want to hear I'm trolling the Eagles. No, I'm not. I'm not trolling you. We're discussing. If it happened in Dallas, I would talk about it. I would find a way. Jaylen Carter. Yes, Jaylen Carter, the one bright spot who I loved coming out of the draft. I did say he was very immature. I did say that. I said the reason why he dropped, it's no surprise. Where are you going? Where the fuck you? Really? You gotta speed up to go to a red light. It's Diddy running from the police. Shit, he still got his Jaylen jersey on. What's going on up there? Oh, you got lucky. You made the light. But you're still one car ahead of me, jackwagon. God damn. People drive like in a Kia, the Telluride. It's still a Kia. FYI, you spent 65, 70 G's on a Kia. That bitch better drive me to work. I better be able to hop in, kick back, put my feet up in a Kia. Where was I? Oh, I need a drink. Jaylen Carter. I love Jaylen. He was my number one rated guy coming out. Jaylen Carter not good. He was late to a meeting. He was late. So he was benched at the start of the Eagle game. That was hush hush. If it was Dallas, it'd be all over ESPN. Stephen A. Smith would have 2 videos already uploaded by the time the game was kicked off. Jaylen Carter late to a meeting, which is why he didn't start the game. Maybe with a new defense, Jaylen, maybe you show up early, you leave late. Eagle fans are counting on you to be the stud that I know you could be. Excuse me. The stud that I know you could be. Oh, here we go. Telluride stopped at a bus. Yeah, do 90. Do 90. Hello? Anyway, Jaylen Carter is a beast. Through 2 games, he's been a no-show. But I've seen him a couple times. It's not like it's a no-show. The no-show is lined up next to him, which is Jordan Davis. Okay, that's a problem. All right? At least I've seen Mozzie make some stops behind the backfield. Through 2 games, Mozzie's got multiple stops. He hasn't been consistent. I'm lighting Mozzie up. He's not consistent, but he's made plays behind the line of scrimmage. And he's hustling his ass off. I've seen him make a play on a screen. Mozzie Smith, behind the line, or along the line of scrimmage, I don't know if it was for negative yardage, hustling his ass down near the sideline. So, but Jordan Davis, not so much. Jordan Davis not good, people. He needs to get his act together. I thought he lost all this weight. I heard a lot of flexing in the offseason about Jordan Davis. I'm not rooting against the kid, but he's going to be Taco Charlton real soon, especially in Philly. They're not going to put up with it. You can say whatever you want about the Philly fans, and my buddy Harry wants me to go to an Eagles-Cowboy game. I told him I'd go, but he's afraid because he don't want to get chided. He don't want to get chided by his Eagle friends. I said, yeah, I mean, I don't mind going, but I don't feel like being harassed, and then you turn your back on me. I don't know. Harry, are you a foxhole guy? Are you going to have my back? I know you would. I know you would. But, so we may go to a Phillies playoff game. I don't know. We'll see. Put in the comments. You want me at an Eagle game? You going to protect me? Because you know me. I used to go all the time. But it's been years since I've been to a Cowboy Eagle game in Philly. Moving on, Nolan Smith. I'm sorry, people. I don't see it. I think what you're seeing, and I'm not writing him off. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he'll never be anything. But under this scheme, under last year's scheme, it's only game 2. We need to give a time for Nolan. I would agree. We need to give Nolan Smith a little time. But through 2 games, not much, right? I think that's fair to say. And another thing that's fair to say is that Bryce Huff, I think he'll get better a little bit. He's not the guy, people. Howie made a mistake there. Howie made a mistake. You're paying him $17 million? You don't have a tackle. Eagle fans, he doesn't have a tackle. Right? Now that is taco-ish. Difference is, Taco Charlton was I think he was a 25th pick in the draft. I think he was a 25th pick in the draft. And he never got that big contract outside his rookie deal. Not good. I mean, I don't know what everybody expects Vic Fangio to do. I was reading an article on Pro Football Talk this morning. I don't know what they want Vic to do. The players got to play. Kind of like, Drew is trolling Mike Zimmer. I didn't hear him after the first week. All he said was Cleveland stinks. Okay, you got to play Cleveland. So if you lose to Cleveland, then that means you stink. But I'm not going to troll you. That's not how I roll. I got to do videos on things that you may not like. Just remember that. I got to do videos on things that you may not necessarily like. So, just remember that. I'm here a little early. Not much early, but I am here early. So, I don't know. I'm not doing a video to crap on the Eagles. I've called out the Cowboys. We're going to get to the Cowboys. Now, just a little programming. Oh, one more thing. I got whispers saying that Fletcher Cox is considering a return to the Eagles. Let me know what you think about that. He's contemplating around the bye week returning to the Birds. I think that would be awesome for the Eagles. I think they need him. They need his veteran leadership. He's not the player he once was, but don't matter. You need him. Let me know what you think about that. And a programming update. I will be doing my lunchtime chat today. Please be there. And I got the links up. I'm streaming Thursday Night Football, a channel member Zoom call. I'm streaming, obviously, with Primetime Phil Saturday night. And we do our Monday recap show. On Sunday, I am streaming the Eagles game at 1 o'clock. And then I will have a post-game show at 7:45 immediately following the Cowboy game. We will not be streaming the Cowboys live. I think everybody will enjoy that better. But I just ask that you give me 15 minutes before you join the Zoom call on Sunday night so I could get out my opening statement, my opening comments, and then I will let everybody in. I'm going to put everybody in a green room or a waiting room in the Zoom call. Let me know what you think about that. And then I have the link up for Monday night following me in prime time, where we will visit the 7:30 game in progress and sit through the whole Monday night game. So, again, a channel member Zoom call. Who does that for their channel members? If you want to be a channel member, hit that join button. If there's no join button, right under lifelong Cowboy fan living in enemy territory, you'll see a blue link. Let's subscribe. I've thought about it. I'm sitting at 35 subscribers, meaning channel members, not subscribers, channel members. I'm going to do one authentic jersey for the Super Bowl. Anybody that's a channel member at the time of the Super Bowl will go into the hopper. So right now there's 35, if everybody stays with me. If we can get to 70, I will do 2. That's 2 $350 jerseys that will be made to order for you. So we need the subscribers, or the channel members, excuse me. I got almost 40,000 subscribers, but you got to get that. We're doing one drawing right now. You got to be a channel member at the time of the drawing, at the date of the drawing, which is the Super Bowl. We will do a second if I can double that number and get to 70 channel members. All right, everybody.